involves several fundamental probability distribution that are widely used not only in research, science, and economy, but also in conservation, the science of protecting our planet biodiversity. Before we begin, have you ever wondered how conservation biologists estimate the populations of dangerous species like the Sumatran tiger or the giant panda? How do they determine whether a newly established national park will have preserved wildlife population? Or how do they analyze whether certain animal prefers forest habitat over agricultural area? The answer to this critical question often rely on probability distribution. Probability distribution helps us understand uncertainty and variability in real-world data, especially in conversation. When the data is often incomplete, samples are small, and the stakes are high. In many situations, the data we collect is continuous, such as animal body mass, forest canopy cover, water pH levels, or migration distance. To accurately analyze and interpret such data, statisticians and conversationists use continuous probability distribution. For example, consider the body weight of 1,000 sea turtles. Most are around by the average, with a few being extremely small or large. This pattern is represented by normal distribution. Then, if researchers only have a small sample from a rare species, for example only 10 individuals, the standard distribution is the solution. To test whether observed the habitat is the difference from random expectation, we use the chi-square distribution, and to compare variance across multiple forest types or conservation, we use the N distribution, the basis of ANOVA. In this video, for this definition, I will explain about A brief definition, B, a real-life study in conservation, and C, solution using SPSS. Let's start one by one.
Normal distribution or z-test. By definition, a normal distribution is a pattern of data distribution in which most of the data is concentrated around the mean or center, and the further away from the mean, the fewer the data points. This pattern forms a symmetrical, bell-shaped curve often referred to as the bell curve. Case study. A conservation organization has recorded that the body weights of adult green sea turtles nesting on semi-natural beaches follow a normal distribution with a mean open parenthesis mu close parenthesis of 75 kg and a standard deviation of 10 kg. Calculate the probability of finding a sea turtle weighing more than 85 kg. SPSS is more commonly used for analyzing raw data, but we can calculate the cumulative distribution function using the compute variable feature. Open SPSS and navigate to the variable view tab to create a new variable, for example x. Set its measure mean type to scale, because the data is numeric. Next, switch to the data view tab and input the value 85 into the first row under the variable. Click transform, compute variable. In the target variable box, type probability underscore less. And the numeric expression box, look for the CDF.normal open parenthesis q point main point stddf close parenthesis function. Enter CDF.normal open parenthesis 85.75.10 close parenthesis. Click OK. A new column will appear with the value 0.8413. This is the probability that x is less than or equals to 85. To find the value above 85, perform compute variable again. The weight of turtles above 85 equals 1 minus the weight of turtles below 85. The result is 0.1587.
Okay, I will explain students distribution t-test. For definition, used to test whether there is a significant difference between the means of two groups of data, or a sample mean against a hypothesized population mean. Case study. An environmental monitor wants to test whether the average pH of the water in the river near a rainforest conservation area is still normal at 5.0, the naturally slightly acidic condition of a peat forest. Random samples were taken at 10 points along the river with the following data. This and test whether the average pH of the water is equal to 5 at a significance 5%. Okay. I will explain how to test using SPSS. First, enter the data for the river flow points into a single column in data view. And variable, the name of variable is river. Next, click analyze, compare means, and click one sample test. Test variable river and test value 5, and the result is here the result in the one sample test. Not the sig total is 0.758. If the value is bigger than 0.01, then null hypothesis is accepted.
Moving on the next statistical test, the chi-square test. The chi-square test is a way to compare the data frequency we see in the field with those we expect theoretically, having us determine if there is a significant relationship between variables. To get a better sense of how it works, let's look at a case study where a researcher wants to know if there is a relationship between animal species and their habitat preferences. The researcher gathered data on 15 small mammals in natural forest and 25 in oil palm plantation. While for reptiles, there were 30 in natural forest and 10 in plantation. Now let us switch to SPSS to more convincing result. Open the variable view. In the first row, type animal species, set type to categorical, decimal to 0, then click the three dot in values to enter 1 for small mammals and 2 for reptiles. In the second row, type habitat, set type to categorical, decimal to 0, and in values, enter 1 for natural forest and 2 for palm plantation. In the third row, type frequency, set to numeric with 0 decimals. In the data view, enter the numbers 1 and 2 for the animal and habitat pairs, and then fill in the frequency column with 15, 25, 30, and 10. Click data, select weight cases, choose weight cases by, move frequency to the frequency variable box, and click OK. Click analyze, select statistic, click cross tabs, move animal species to row and habitat to column. Click statistic, check chi-square, click continue, click cell, check observed and expected, click continue, and click OK. In the chi-square table, look at the person chi-square row in SMC column, which is 0.001. Since it is less than 0.05, we reject the null hypothesis. In conclusion, that there is a significant relationship between animal species and their habitat preference. That is the explanation for the chi-square test. Next, we will move on the F-test or F-distribution.
Okay, I will explain about F-distribution. The definition is used to compare two variances or to test multiple means simultaneously or ANOVA to determine if the variability between groups is significantly larger than the variability within groups. For the case study, an environmental sociologist and forestry expert wanted to test whether there was a difference in effectiveness measured by the percentage of canopy cover after 2 years among three land restoration methods: Method A, natural succession; Method B, agroforestry; and Method C, intensive tree planting. Samples of canopy cover were taken from several plots under each method. The following are the canopy cover percentages for the 5 sample plots for each restoration method after 2 years. First, we have to open the SPSS and go to variable view. Create the variable method for the restoration method and canopy cover for the canopy cover percentage. Next, for the method variable, click the values this, and the values column and assign the label. 1 for method A, 2 for method B, and 3 for method C. Then click OK. After that, go to the data view and enter the data. Type the method code in the first column and the corresponding canopy cover value in the second column. Then click Analyze, select Compare Means, and choose one-way ANOVA. Move canopy cover to the dependent list method for vector box, and next click Post Hoc button and select the key. This test helps us identify which methods are significantly different from each other. Then click Continue. Click OK and SPSS will generate the output. So in the ANOVA table, we focus on the sig value. In this analysis, the sigma value is less than 0.05. Therefore, we reject the null hypothesis and conclude that there is a significant difference in the mean canopy cover percentages among three restoration methods.
We have explored four conventional continuous probability distribution: the normal distribution, chi-square distribution, certainty distribution, and F distribution. Throughout this video, we have demystified their mathematical concept and demonstrated how data analysis is performed using standard computational tool like SPSS. However, the most critical takeaway from today's session is that statistical is not just abstract study of number, formula, or software outputs. As we have demonstrated through our case studies, statistical analysis serves as an indispensable tools in environment science and biodiversity conservation. By utilizing the normal distribution, we can model ecological trends like the Woodhouse index of green turtle to monitoring population health. And second, the student distribution, we can elaborate infer habitat qualities such as monitoring water acidity level in crucial peat forest even when hitting with small limited sample. And the third, with the chi-square distribution, we can rigorously evaluate habitat preference and understand how diverse wildlife species adapt to human-modified landscape. And finally, by leveraging the F distribution through INOVA, we can evaluate the empirical success of different forest restoration methods, helping conservationists deploy evidence-based strategies to recover canopy cover efficiently.
In the face of global climate change and rapid habitat loss, data-driven decisions are more critical than ever. Statistics gives conservation biologists, ecologists, and policymakers the power to translate raw environmental data into meaningful, actionable insight to protect our planet ecosystem. Thank you for your attention and active participation throughout this learning journey. We hope this video has been informative, engaging, and highly beneficial for your academic development, input statistical method, and environmental science. See you in the next session, and remember, keep exploring data and keep protecting our nature.